Hello and welcome to Monroeville At Your Service. I'm your municipal manager, Alex Graziani, and I'm happy to be hosting a reboot of a show that has been dormant for a couple of years. Here's what we have on today's program. We'll take a look at another phase of the Business 22 construction project. We'll also take a look back at highlights from our annual egg hunt event held at the Community Park West a few weeks ago. And I'll answer a few questions from residents in our Asked and Answered segment. That's all still to come. Now, at the top, I've mentioned to you that this is a reboot of a program to tell you about all the wonderful things we're doing here at Monroeville and how Monroeville is at your service. Today, we have a special guest, Joe Sedlak, with us, who's going to tell us a little bit about something that's gone back to at least the 90s or maybe even further. We'll find out from Joe in a minute, but that's about how long this program was when it first started. As I mentioned, Joe's our guest. Joe, welcome.
Thank you.
So Joe, we talk about starting in the 90s. When did you start here in Monroeville?
I started in 1988, so I've been here for 36 years now.
And what I love about that, your start is, how did you start? You're now the Human Resource Director here in Monroeville. How did you start working for us?
I went to Penn State, I came out of college, and at that time there were no jobs. And so I got on Public Works. So I worked Public Works for 6 years and then moved up the ladder to my current position of Human Resource Director.
From the 80s all the way to this time now. Wow, that's amazing. Joe, you really don't look like you've been working at this place for 1980s.
I feel like it though.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about what we're here today. Coming up on April 27th is the Jack Sedlak Monroeville Cleanup Day. Talk a little bit about, if you could, who's Jack Sedlak?
Okay. Jack was my dad. He was involved in everything. He was one of the starters of the Monroeville Baseball Association. He was always involved in the community, whether it was church, whether it was the government, he was involved. So he was on council back in the 90s, and unfortunately he passed away in 1995. So when he passed away, council decided at that point to name the annual cleanup day after him because he always was out picking up litter. He grabbed people and said, come on, we're going to go clean this up. So they decided, since he was involved in it and since he started it, to name the day after him.
Do you think he would be surprised if he came back and saw all of that?
I think he'd be proud. He was happiest when he saw people helping the community. And so he would be happy that he would see 300, 400, 500 people out on the roads that day cleaning up the streets.
Wow, so with that many people, they're not just doing like one area or maybe the community park. Where are they working at?
What we do is we allow people to choose where they want to pick up. And a lot of people pick up their neighborhoods, but some people do the local park or they do an area that they know is bad. Like my brother Jay, he does a section of Garden City every year, because that's where he was born and raised. So he goes, I'm going to do Old William Penn Highway from the tunnel down by Penn Hills, and he goes all the way to the Speedway with the Parkway bridges. So he does that every year. So people get a section which they go attached to, so they want to make sure it looks good every year.
Almost like teams though. Maybe a company might go out as a group and do it. I'm sure over these years you guys have retrieved some pretty interesting things.
Yeah, I mean, every year there's something. I myself pick up here by the municipal building with about 5, 6, 7 other people. And every year someone finds money, which is always nice.
Money?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, yeah.
We found a couple of $100 bills. We found 20s. So every year somebody finds something. But over the years, you know.
No, we don't leave Easter eggs behind, right?
No.
No, okay, just make sure.
But every year, you know, we pick up 1,000 bags at least.
Wow.
That's how many we do every year. And then 25, 30 tires. One year they pulled a lawnmower out of the woods, an axle from a car. I mean, there's always, you know, when people start digging into the area, they find something to pull out.
So are the people coming with their own bags, or how does this work? I mean, do they?
No, PennDOT supplies us with all the bags, gloves, and vests. And so all we need is for the people to come out, and we'll give you all of that. And then they go out, do their areas, and leave the bags there, and the municipality would pick up the bags and whatever else is there that day. We never let it sit around over the weekend, because if you do that, all you get is more trash because animals will get into the bags or what have you. So we pick the bags up that same day.
And these are like large outdoor bags, and you say there's like 1,000 of them that get picked up?
Yeah, every year. I mean, I go through 1,000 bags every year. I get, from PennDOT, and every year we have no bags left at the end.
So help me understand, the logistics of this must be if people are signing up or registering to say, I'm going to clean on, Moss Side Boulevard or over by the municipal building or over down, Old William Penn Highway, you're dropping off bags, gloves, vests?
No, what they do is they come to the Parks and Rec department.
Okay.
And when they come up, we'll have everything ready for them. They put in, they'll need so many bags, so many gloves, so many vests. Along with that, we give a T-shirt out every year to all which I have here, which we give out to each of the volunteers. So we have all the T-shirts ready for them as well. So they pick up everything, and then 9 o'clock, they start and go till they're done, and then we stop and
So it's a blitz, like 500 people just spread out all over Monroeville, start picking up for a couple hours or so, and then what?
And then afterwards, we have a picnic. We have a picnic up at the community park, and where we have local vendors that donate food. Dad's Pub and Grub gives us hot dogs. Utz gives us snacks. Turner's Dairy the drinks. And we also have watermelons and cookies, and we have a big picnic, and which we give out prizes as well. We raffle off prizes for adults and children. This year's grand prize is going to be another 55-inch TV that
55 inches, nice.
Yeah, the Amazon donated. We have prizes from the Pirates, the Steelers, local vendors. We'll probably have 25, 30 prizes for adults and 25 or 30 prizes for kids.
So if I understand, it's pretty much a better half of a Saturday. So it's not necessarily the whole day, because if you're doing lunch, people can get on with the rest of their activities for the afternoon of their Saturday.
Yes, I want to get everybody out by about 1:30.
Excellent.
So it's like, okay, clean up, come up, we'll start feeding you as soon as you come out to the park, 11:15, 11:30. And then as soon as we're pretty sure everybody's there, because we hand out raffle tickets. So then that's when we start handing out the prizes at that point.
Well, if you got free food and free T-shirts, you can count me in. So this is this year's T-shirt.
Yes.
Very nice.
This year's design, it's a different design every year. So this year's design, we're honoring the police officers here at the municipality who were shot recently, and all the police officers. It's Project Blue Light, so we decided to put it on the T-shirts, and we're honoring the police this year.
Yeah, so the Blue Light is a national program, actually, that residents anywhere in the United States, if they can have one of their outdoor lights or maybe a light that's visible to the outside that is inside that's blue, it just says to the police, we support you, and we're glad that you're protecting our community. And as you mentioned, Monroeville's gone through a lot this past year with 2 of our officers being shot while on duty, and it's become really important for us to have that.
Yeah, I thought that was just a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Cleanup's a good thing to do, but honoring them as well is also good.
Not knowing your dad, Jack, I'm sure that he'd be really, really proud to see that.
Yeah, he was something. He was always making people laugh. I mean, everybody loved him because he always did for everybody. Yeah. And so he would love this. He would absolutely love this because he loved kids. He loved to see them. He would bring pumpkins home every year for all the kids, Christmas trees for all the kids. So he would love this.
Well, I'm very excited to take part in my first Jack Sedlak cleanup day, and I'm thrilled to be getting a shirt. So what we need to do is, how do people sign up and be a part of this great event? Because there's room for everyone.
Yeah, all they need to do is call the Parks Department at 412-856-1006, and you just have to tell them, I have this many people, I'm going to do this area, and if they don't have an area to do, we'll assign one to them that we know is bad. And if you have little kids, don't worry, we don't put any little kids on the street. Okay. We'll put them in the parks or we'll put them in an area that we know is safe.
Yeah, safety is really important. It's
Yeah.
much more important than anything that we do, is that people
Sure.
are safe. And I also know they can register online. There's a fillable form. If they hit the link, they can fill all that information and be able to register that way as well.
Yeah, everything on our Facebook pages, it's there. On TV, MMTV, it's on there as well. So there's a lot of different avenues you could do to sign up. And, I think right now we have about 150 people. I think the most I ever got was like 650. I usually get between 400 and 500. And I always get nervous because it's a couple weeks before and we only have 150 people. But I'm hoping we get that usually at the end when people see the weather's going to be nice. And all I need is that 2-hour window.
Yep.
9 to 11. It just needs to be nice. And then we'll be underneath at the park in case it rains. So for the picnic, we'll be dry.
Well, great, Joe. I'm so excited about this event, and I can't thank you enough for being a part of this today. I'm convinced that people are going to be interested in signing up. And again, just go online and do the signups, and we want to have more than 600 be there.
More the merrier.
Thank you for your time.
More the merrier, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. So, as you heard Joe mention, Cleanup Day 2024 is happening April 27th. There's still time to get involved and register. Here's a quick look at a video with some information. Monroeville At Your Service continues on the other side.
Calling all Monroeville citizens. Calling all citizens for the annual Monroeville Cleanup Day event. That's right, the Jack Sedlak Memorial Cleanup Day is back for its 29th installment. So time to gather your friends, your neighbors, teammates, classmates, colleagues, and roll your sleeves up to give our community some well-deserved spring cleaning. It goes down Saturday, April 27th from 9 to 11 a.m. Registrations can be done online via this QR code or by visiting the Monroeville Recreation and Parks Department. For more information on the event, call 412-856-1006. You bring the ambition and the municipality will supply the gloves, bags, and vests to help see it through. As always, all registrants will receive a one-of-a-kind t-shirt before the event. And afterwards, all participants are invited to our appreciation picnic and a chance to win one of many amazing prizes. Let's team up to clean up our wonderful community. The 29th Annual Jack Sedlak Memorial Cleanup Day, Saturday, April 27th.
Welcome back to Monroeville At Your Service. Have you traveled through Monroeville on William Penn Highway recently? If so, you found yourself experiencing some mild frustration navigating the lane closures. All right, so here's what's going on. The construction is part of an over $23 million project to rehabilitate one of our most used throughways. Time to go out on town to learn more about another phase of this massive road rehabilitation project. Hey, this is Alex. I'm out on the town with John Myler. He's the Assistant Construction Manager with PennDOT District 11. And we're out along Route 22, right near the bridge, going over to the mall by CVS and the Monroeville Convention Center. And John, welcome.
Thank you, Alex. Great to be here.
John's with us today because he's overseeing the Route 22, Business 22 reconstruction project here in Monroeville. John, can you tell us a little bit about the project this summer?
Yes, the overall project started last year, starting down near the exit off the Parkway East by Churchill. And if you notice, we got about halfway through last year, and then this year we're going to continue on for the remainder of the project out to the SR 48 intersection. Certainly to date, I want to thank all your residents for being patient with the construction that's taken place to date. We're currently wrapping up a lot of the drainage work, and as we complete that work, we're then going to be able to start getting into our paving work. So, by early summer here, you're going to start to see some of the pavement happening through this section as well.
And we're here also with the bridge behind us because something big is going to happen there this summer as well.
Yes, so May 6th, we intend to close the mall structure here across 22. That's going to get a full rehabilitation. So a whole new bridge deck, the ramps will all get paved, and it's also going to get painted. and we worked with the Monroeville Council about selecting a new paint color for it. So I'm sure everybody can be looking forward to what that color is going to be when it's up in place.
That sounds very exciting. So about how long will the bridge be closed?
So the intention is it'll be opened up by late August.
Okay. And then will the project continue through then the fall?
That's correct. So we'll continue on through the rest of the year into the November time frame to wrap up all the remaining work, and we should be out of here before winter hits.
Excellent. So you mentioned it's going to be getting a new paving job, and you're doing drainage work to try to get the water to run off good and all that.
That's correct. Yeah, a lot of these improvements, the old metal pipes were rotted, and that was causing a lot of drainage issues. So we've got all new concrete pipe throughout the project that's really going to help get the water off the road better.
That's great. It sounds like a big project. About how much is it costing in total?
So the overall project is just over $23 million, and I think, yeah, it'll be a great thing for the community here once it's done.
Well, we're very thankful that you're here rebuilding our highway, and we're just thankful for the public as well. Be safe, be patient, give yourself a little extra time, particularly once the bridge closes. Pay attention to the detours, and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep.
One of the ways you can stay up to date learning about this important project is to download PennDOT's 511 app. This app will give you timely information about road closures and construction projects not only here in Monroeville, but all around the Commonwealth. Over the 4 months or so that I've served in this role of municipal manager, I've been amazed at all we have as a municipality to do for our residents. This show aims to shine a light on those things we do well, while also serving as a vehicle to hear from you about some of the things we can do better. The former certainly is our recreation and parks. Last month, a team of dedicated staff and wonderful volunteers got together to host its annual egg hunt event. It's dubbed the Egg-stravaganza. Here are some video highlights.
Recreation and Parks Community Egg Hunt. We have a variety of age ranges from 2 to 10, broken up into different fields with lots and lots of eggs on each field, as well as an additional special needs hunt today. It's lots of fun. There's some big prizes, snacks, little prizes to take home. It's a quick one, but it's a blast while it goes on. Community events. I love getting people out into our parks, gathering together, doing something fun. Always love a theme. So we just set the parameters so that everybody can come have some fun, recreate, and enjoy some festivities together.
Great job again by our Recreation and Parks Department. Be sure to stay up to date on all things Monroeville, Recs, and Parks by visiting them on Facebook at Monroeville PA Parks. They have many great events and activities and programs year-round. Coming next month, you'll find the Summer Program Guide to see what's being offered to participate in as we push into those summer months. Back in a moment for some Q&A and the Manager's Minute as we continue with Monroeville at your service.
It sits about 10 miles east of the city of Pittsburgh and is considered the gateway to Allegheny County. It's got a bustling commercial district and places for its diverse community to live, to work, and play. It's Monroeville, Pennsylvania, and we serve as its eyes, its ears, and sometimes its voice.
Residents are asking for yes or no answers. Calling to order the municipal.
We're a cable television source for live municipal government meetings, as well as local information, news, and events. We're an online hub to highlight amazing community events, feature content, and so much more. We're Monroeville Municipal Television, a TV and multimedia department of Monroeville, for Monroeville, and its residents.
Welcome back. So, earlier in the show, I said that our vision for the reboot of this show was to shine a light on the things that we, as a municipality, do well, but also to hear from you, to tackle some of the aspects we can be better in. We asked you to ask us questions via Facebook and email of the things that are on your mind. We'll continue to do that for each show, which we plan to do monthly. And I'll answer some of those questions here on the show. You can see here, we're on Facebook at Monroeville TV Department. You can also email mmtv@monroeville.pa.us. Let's get into it. Our first question today comes from Marilyn, and she wants to know, why doesn't Monroeville discount gateway school tax for senior citizens? Allegheny County does. Why not our local community? She goes on to say, I've been paying high school taxes for over 60 years. Seniors deserve a break. Well, Marilyn, I'm really glad that you asked that question, and it certainly is one that a lot of people ask, particularly from those on fixed income and our seniors. And the reality is this, for every dollar that residents pay for real estate taxes, only about 13 cents goes to the municipality, another 15 cents goes to Allegheny County, and a full 72 cents goes to the school district. The problem, as I see it, isn't that schools need funding. It's where does schools get their funding? When you look at the issue of real estate taxes, my opinion is that the school district should get their tax funding from other sources than real estate and allow the real estate tax to be only used for county and local taxes. As far as the discount goes, we're really excited that we have one of the lowest tax rates out of the 130 municipalities here in Allegheny County. In fact, we're like in the bottom 15 of all of the municipalities here in the county. And that's because of our earned income taxes and the business privilege taxes that we have here in Monroeville. But thank you for asking that question. We also heard from Janet. She says, Municipal Manager, please, 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 will you move one of the AEDs very close to the pickleball courts? We have mostly seniors that play all day long there. She adds, it will save someone's life one day. Thank you. That's a great question, Janet. Believe it or not, your question is so timely. This week, our Parks and Rec staff sent out an email for the emergency services and the manager to get together to actually answer that very question. We're trying to figure out how to best to distribute these important life-saving devices. As you know, AEDs are meant, and they're all over the place, but they're meant to help save lives by people who are in cardiac arrest, get the compressions they need to continue to live. So we're going to try to place those as strategically as possible. I'm sure we'll certainly take donations if someone can make those donations to help us to buy more to make sure they're all over the park. But that question is timely, and it's something we're going to be addressing very, very soon. Thanks, Janet, for the question. That's it for our resident submissions. Again, keep those questions coming. Finally, I just want to answer one of the questions that I get a lot, and that is, Alex, where do you live? That's a wonderful question. For those of you who voted in the last election, you might remember a ballot question that went something like, should the manager of Monroeville live in the municipality? Well, by a mere 77 votes, the question was yes. It was answered yes. A majority of voters in Monroeville in 2023 voted to allow the manager to not be a resident of the municipality. I live in Greensburg. My wife and our 5 children have been living in Greensburg since 1998. And because of my son's disability and the need for him to live in a walkable sidewalk community with transit, the Council of Monroeville allowed me the opportunity to interview and take the job in Monroeville without the requirement to move here. And I'm thankful for the voters who allowed for that to happen as well. It's great to be able to serve this community, which I think is Allegheny's best, and I'm looking forward to do it for a very, very long time. This month, for the Manager's Minute, it's all about communication. The reboot of Monroeville At Your Service is about communication. And while I'm here in Monroeville, my goal is to do the best we can to communicate out and to listen to what you have to say and get the communication back. And I'm so blessed to be working here in Monroeville because we have our own TV station and a wonderful, dedicated staff who's able to produce shows like this and to be able to get our message out. So for us, it's all about helping you understand all the great work we're doing and for us to understand all the things that matter most to you. Thanks for watching today's show. Be on the lookout the next Monroeville At Your Service show. Again, we plan to do this monthly. Next month, we'll have a recap of the Jack Sedlak Cleanup Day and more. Find this on our TV channels, Comcast Channel 21 and Verizon 45, with our schedule posted on our website, monroeville.pa.us. We'll also upload segments from the show to our YouTube page at MMTV. Thanks for watching, and everyone, be well and blessed.